And with communication established between the two Koreas, the focus now turns to a possible meeting in the near future. But some experts warn there remain obstacles towards reaching an agreement on North Korea's participation in next month's Winter Olympics, and that the road to further talks remain quite far away. Kwon Jang-ho files us this report.
Direct communication between the two Koreas has now taken place for the first time in 23 months. With the connection restored, it's almost certain that talks will be held over North Korea's participation at the Pyeongchang 2018 Winter Olympics. But questions remain. Will Pyongyang make significant demands, and how far is Seoul willing to go to meet them? Experts warn against giving away too much too fast.
What North Korea promises is that it will support successful and peaceful hosting of Pyeongchang Winter Olympic Games. But the North Korea may demand far more than that, such as the resumption of the Kaesong Industrial Complex or the further postponement of the joint military exercise between U.S. forces in South Korea and the Korean military. Then you have to see whether it is worth to buy peace and stability, which would last only 2 months.
Although the North's participation in the Olympics will be considered a breakthrough for the Moon administration, there are more significant issues that Seoul and the international community would want to be tackled, the greatest concern being the dismantling of the regime's nuclear program. But while Seoul has expressed hopes of discussing such issues, most agree that expectations shouldn't be too high.
If you try to solve everything in one meeting, you risk losing everything, so you need to do it stage by stage. In other words, for this first meeting, they need to reach an agreement on participation in Pyeongchang 2018. Then I think for now, on other inter-Korean issues such as security concerns, it will end with both sides presenting and listening to each other's stances and no more.
Meanwhile, former high-ranking North Korean diplomat Tae Yong-ho, who defected to South Korea in 2016, has said that after watching Kim Jong-un's New Year's speech, he definitely expects North Korea will participate in the Games, meaning that Pyongyang will not likely set the bar too high with its demands. In an interview with Yonhap News on Wednesday, the former ambassador said it's part of a plan for Pyongyang to try and disrupt the relationship between South Korea, the US and China, offering an olive branch to Seoul, a warning to Washington, and a promise to cooperate with Beijing. Kwon Jang-ho, Arirang News.